Oh, hi there, it's John Q here from Tech Waffle, and you're watching today's iPhone. And yes, this is a rather large cup. Jealous?
Yes. Hey guys, I'm Jake from today'siphone.com, and here's what's going on this week. An anonymous source sent us a picture of what he claims is the Verizon iPhone. Now the phone looks like a pretty standard iPhone 4, except at the top left-hand corner where the carrier sign is, instead of it saying AT&T, it says Verizon LTE. Now the source wouldn't say where the photo came from, but he did say that the MacBook in the background of the picture belongs to a Verizon engineer in the Pacific Northwest area. He also claims that the handset is running iOS 4.2. Now we've checked this picture out as best we can, and we don't detect any Photoshop or image altering, but some users have pointed out some questionable aspects of the photograph. For one, there is a jailbreak application called Make It Mine that basically allows you to change the carrier heading to whatever you want. So you can make it your name, you can make an emoticon, or you can make it say Verizon LTE. So there's no way of knowing if this photo is legit, but if it does pan out, that would mean that not only Verizon is getting the iPhone, but that it's going to run on their 4G LTE network. Very interesting, isn't it? That was weird. T-Mobile also had a couple iPhone rumors buzzing around their carrier this week. T-Mo News has got their hands on a picture of what seems to be a T-Mobile branded iPhone and iPod charger. Now, even if this is real, it doesn't necessarily mean that the iPhone is coming to T-Mobile. It could just mean that T-Mobile has finally started to acknowledge the tons of people that unlock their iPhones and use it on their carrier, and are trying to make a couple bucks out of it. I want to know what you guys think. Is it more likely to have a Verizon iPhone or a T-Mobile iPhone? And do you think the evidence for both is just fuel for the rumor mill, or something that could actually lead to a real product? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, moving on, Apple released the iOS 4.2 Gold Master this week. Now what that means is that this is the final beta before the software goes live. Now luckily for us, there is a way to download this Gold Master for your iOS device without being a registered Apple developer. Daniel was kind enough to not only check this out for us, but to also provide a video showing how we can do it ourselves. The process itself isn't very hard, but it does involve restoring your device, so if you do try to do this, just make sure you back up everything. Daniel also posted a review of the iOS 4.2 Gold Master Beta. Wow, that's a ridiculously long name. And overall, things are looking pretty good. Okay, moving on. In app news, the Skyfire web browser, you know, the one that allows you to watch Flash video on your iOS device, was finally approved for the App Store this week. But then a couple hours later, it got pulled from the App Store. But now it's back in the App Store. Okay, basically what happened was the company behind the Skyfire application underestimated how high the demand would be for Flash video and feared a massive overload of their systems and then server failure. So they pulled the app from the App Store, made a couple improvements, and now it's back up. As of right now, the application is available in the US App Store for $2.99, and the company says other countries will get the application in batches. Daniel was lucky enough to get the application before it was pulled the first time, and while the app is great, it is kind of glitchy, but keep in mind that this is the first release of the iOS app, and there are bound to be some software updates and improvements over time, so just give it some time. Okay, next, in accessory news, Griffin has released this really cool dock called the Power Dock Dual. That's not the right name. Yes, it is! Okay, so the Power Dock Dual is this really cool sort of triangular dock thing that has a place to dock your iPad, a place to dock your iPhone, and then a shallow dish in the front to put your keys or loose change when you get home from the office or school or the zoo. It's a great space saver and an awesome way to display your iOS gadgets. The dock is available now on Griffin's website for $59.99. Okay, and finally, I have an awesome opportunity for anybody out there who wants to get an iPad for free. Our parent company, Phone Dog Media, is holding a massive sweepstakes where they're giving away up to 100 iPads. All you have to do to enter the sweepstakes is fill out a short form and like Phone Dog on Facebook. For every 10,000 likes they get on Facebook, they will give away one iPad. The live drawing for the iPads is on January 17th, so you have until then to enter. And the grand prize for this sweepstakes, as if getting a free iPad isn't grand enough, but the grand prize would be a free, all-expense-paid trip to the Super Bowl. And the drawing for that will be in February. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if you have any comments or questions on anything I covered this week, you can follow me on Twitter at TiP Jake, and I will answer your questions to the best of my abilities. And don't forget, for more news, views, and reviews, check out today'siphone.com.